Important breaking news from the world.
Pope Francis is pro-Muslim and pro-illegal immigration, which is why this never-seen-before prophecy of Pope John Paul II is causing huge waves. The prophecy is verified by the late Pope's assistant, Monsignor Mauro Longhi, who included it in a talk he was giving, not knowing it was being videoed. Now, the Monsignor is upset that the secret prophecy is out, as it gives dire warnings about dates and places of the coming invasion. Pope John Paul II was born Karol Wojtyła in Poland, and he was a young man during the Nazi occupation. He watched his close Jewish friends go to concentration camps and had to study for the priesthood in secrecy since, if he was found, he would have been shot on the spot. John Paul II worked diligently with Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher to stomp out the Soviet Union and bring down communism. When the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, Reagan, Thatcher, and John Paul were accredited with bringing it down. It was shortly after the fall of the Berlin Wall that Pope John Paul II had a scary vision of a Muslim invasion. Speaking in Italy this past October 22, Monsignor Mauro Longhi from Trieste, an Opus Dei prelate and for 10 years a member of the Vatican's Congregation for the Clergy, stated he was still a student when he accompanied the Polish Pope on summer retreats into the Italian Alps in the 1980s and 90s. It was during one such mountain retreat in the early 1990s at Bile, northern Italy, that the Italian priest claims to have been told of a troubling vision by the pontiff, reports Vatican Insider. "I had looked at him thinking that he might need something," the longtime friend of John Paul II explained as part of a series of recollections and anecdotes on their friendship, "but he realizes that I am looking at him. He has the shiver in his hand. It was the beginning of Parkinson's." "Dear Mauro, it is old age," John Paul joked, before becoming more serious in tone and voice, according to the then-student priest, going on to explain his vision. "Remind this to those whom you will meet in the church of the third millennium. I see the church plagued by a mortal wound. More profound, more painful than those of this millennium," referring to those of communism and Nazi totalitarianism. "It is called Islamism. They will invade Europe. I have seen the hordes come from the west to the east, and then lists to me each country, from Morocco to Libya to Egypt, and so on till the east." The Holy Father adds, "They will invade Europe. Europe will be a basement, old relics, penumbra, cobwebs. Family memories. You, Church of the Third Millennium, must contain the invasion. But not with weapons. Weapons will not be enough, with your faith lived with integrity." Via Vatican Insider. Here's the video of Monsignor Mauro Longhi revealing the prophecy, although it is in Italian. The Catholic Church fought off the Muslim invasion once before in Europe when Islamic invaders had taken most of Spain and were marching through Vienna to Rome. They were stopped by a Polish king, named John III Sobieski, on September 12, 1683. Note the date, it is no coincidence. The Islamic terrorists of today still see Rome as their prize and struck America on September 11 as a way to make up for losing Europe in a battle that started on September 12, 1683. Crazy? To you and I sure, but this is what the Islamic terrorists live for. To understand them we have to understand what motivates them. Will this plunge us into World War III? Only God knows. But what we do know is that Islamic terrorism and the huge problems with Muslim migrants in Europe are for real and here to stay. It's one big reason Donald Trump won the presidency.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.